Skinny Hardaway 7T back with another EP. Y'all do you boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for you boy when you roll on in. I can't hear my sound coming from my computer. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but you can see my sound. Y'all can hear me, but I can't hear y'all. That's crazy. But I can't hear no sound coming back from my computer. None. But I appreciate y'all folks trying to do this thing. We go, I don't know if y'all knew, but Savannah Marshall and Crenshaw Cruz got picked up by ESPN. Crenshaw Marshall, Savannah Cruz got picked up by ESPN, so that thing gonna be earned. I'm come thinking that fight started about 3 or 4. It'd be like 9 a.m. over there in the UK. Ray said you hear me, but I can't hear my sound. About it got a little wet yesterday. I hope that ain't it. Hope that ain't not. I'm saying that. I don't like. I'm going to do my MMA dance first. Then we gonna get into the religion already sent me, y'all. Jumping already sent me, y'all. Pablo was good. Pablo was good. Pablo, appreciate you sliding through. We gonna talk a little bit about this. He said thumbs up. Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder. I don't know if y'all heard, but Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder was, in talks for a fight with one another. Now Andy Ruiz and his camp, they've been I ain't gonna say they've been seeking, because I could say that, right? They've been seeking, right? They have been saying, right, that they've been seeking this fight with Deontay Wilder for quite some time now. We've seen the newspaper, right? We've seen the newspaper, we've seen the blogs. Ever since Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury, Team Andrew Ruiz has been publicly expressing interest in fighting Deontay Wilder, right? We even got to a point where some people were saying, Wilder ducking Andy Ruiz because he had other plans. It was once right after Wilder fought Tyson Fury, he had served a 6-month. He had to serve a 6-month medical suspension. Because it was a tough fight. He had to serve a medical suspension, and you had Andy Ruiz and his team, still reaching out for a fight with Deontay Wilder. It almost got to a point where it kind of looked like clout chasing a little bit, right? You kept saying tabloids, Andy Ruiz wants to fight Wilder. Andy Ruiz wants to fight Wilder. Wilder had, other plans at that time, right? He was planning, the fight with Fury. He had his comeback fight with Robert Helenius. And after his fight with Robert Helenius, Andrew Ruiz in his camp again stated that they'll be open to fighting Deontay Wilder. Now I do notice that they've been a bit more quiet. You know what I mean? Since after Robert Helenius, right? It's like when Wilder couldn't fight Tyson Fury, and when he was scheduled for his comeback with Robert Helenius, the talks were really good. But they say it get quiet, right? When people are negotiating, it get quiet. So maybe that was them, you know what I mean, negotiating and whatnot. But I said all that to say this: Deontay Wilder in his camp, eventually, right? They did get around to sending Andy Ruiz a fight offer. We all know about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua and the seriousness of their fight for late December, and he came out again. Eddie Hearn came out again, and he doubled down on it that their fight is looking like all signs go for December. Wilder and Anthony Joshua. So we know about their fight, right? But Deontay Wilder has expressed interest in him wanting to have a fight before the Anthony Joshua fight. Anthony Joshua himself is having a fight before the fight in December, and Deontay Wilder now is looking towards having him a fight before December as well, right? And steps Andy Ruiz. Now, Deontay Wilder being the A side, Andy Ruiz, it's up to Deontay Wilder and his team, right, to send the contract and to get things going, which is what they did. Now we don't know the exact basis of the contract, but from what what's coming from the camp, from the Wilder camp, from Andy Ruiz camp, we do know that the split right now is at 70-30, and the Andy Ruiz camp wants the split to be 50-50. Deontay Wilder feels like Andrew Ruiz is outpricing himself by asking for the 50-50 split. Andrew Ruiz and his team feels like that Andrew Ruiz deserves, 50-50 with Deontay Wilder because of his previous fights. Now to combat that, Deontay Wilder and his team said that, you only got paid a couple million, in your biggest fight. You're going to get a lot more than a couple million, for this fight at the 70-30 split. And the reason saying that, they want 50-50 because, they are value Wilder when it comes to this fight. Right. So where it looked like where we may have got Andy versus Deontay Wilder, now it's looking like not so much. Right. And I ain't really spoke on it yet, but this is where I want to come in. I want to spit my piece. Now I say this. Now at first, right, Deontay Wilder was, he was on medical suspension after Fury, and then it was a thing that he may have been retired. And the whole time that Deontay Wilder was saying that he may retire, right, you had Andy Ruiz and his camp, looking for a fight. So Deontay Wilder decided to come back, right, fight Robert Helenius, and now he's finally obliging Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz and his camp have been running around for years, hollering about they want this Deontay Wilder fight. It's World Boxing News, right? World Boxing News more than anybody, and even they have stopped, right, with a lot of them, stores. I ain't gonna call them fake stores, right? But now they starting to look like fake stories because Andy Ruiz energy, ain't the same. Andy Ruiz energy ain't the same now that Deontay Wilder is actually speaking back to him. Now that Deontay Wilder is trying to, oblige him, right, for a fight. Now, from my perspective, from the outside looking in, if you're Andy Ruiz, man, and you've been chasing Wilder, what's good, DS? Appreciate you sliding through. My guy Ray Book, my guy Pablo Escobar, my girl Just Jazz. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through. If y'all could hit that thumbs up, man. We here for a good time and a long time this morning. Got a couple dockets to go over, right? Got a couple things to talk about, and then we go get into these fight bets. You know what I mean? Shout out my guy Pablo Escobar. He said 50-50, Andy doesn't deserve. And basically, this counter what I'm getting at. Shout out my guy DS. Appreciate you sliding through. I got Pablo Escobar. That's kind of what I'm getting at too, Pablo, right? Right. And let's just pretend for a second. And let's just pretend for a second, right, that maybe Andy Reid does deserve it, right? Let's just pretend for a second that he does deserve it. Which you don't, right? If you have been actively seeking this fight for years, right? And you've been saying that, oh, Wilder don't want to fight me. He's not giving me a fair chance, right? Not giving me my shot. If you've been saying that for years, right? You've been saying that for years on years on years, and then you finally get a shot. If you're confident, what's good, cornbread? If you're confident that you're going to win, man, if you know you'll beat this dude, right? Go ahead, sign and fight him. Like Deontay Wilder said, you you only got a couple million, which was your biggest payday, right? To fight Anthony Joshua. You're going to get far more than a couple million, you know what I mean, for this fight. Now you ain't gonna get half of the profit from this fight, but you will get more than what you earned in your previous fights. And that's the angle that Deontay Wilder is coming from Andrew Reese, saying that he feels like that he's being underpaid, right? But if you asking me, and I think most people will feel the same way, right? Unless you just trolling, right? Unless you just a Deontay Wilder hater, because you know you do got those out here. You know we do got those, those troll kind of guys out here, right? Unless you just a hater of Deontay Wilder, right? Andrew Reese doesn't deserve 50-50 with Deontay Wilder. If you look at the previous pay per views, right? Look at the period. Look at all of their pay per views, right? And look at the numbers that Deontay Wilder's done with his pay-per-views. Look at the numbers that Andy Reese has done with his pay-per-views. And Deontay Wilder is always the headliner in his pay-per-views. And Andy Reese has yet to headline any pay-per-view. So my bad. My bad. They just keep me out. They just keep me out. Can y'all hear me? Let me see. Can y'all hear me? My bad. They just keep me out. Y'all hit that. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Yeah, I'm back now. Not bad. But yeah, I digress. Now the problem right now with this fight, right? The riff with Wilder. Let me put the subject up there. The riff, right? The hold up with Deontay Wilder and the hold up, the riff right now with Wilder versus Ruiz right now is that 50-50. Andy Reid is saying that he wants 50-50, and Deontay Wilder is saying you don't deserve 50-50. I gotta agree with Deontay Wilder from the fact that Andrew Ruiz will be getting his biggest payday. You know what I mean? From this fight, like even with the 30% payday, Wilder stated that his Andrew Reid's biggest payday, right, is only about 2 to 3 million, and he got that from those Anthony Joshua fights. So you got your biggest payday being about 2 to 3 million. You got the fact that you've never been the A side and on the big pay per view, right? And when you were the A side on the pay per view, it wasn't a big pay per view. You and Luis Ortiz, right? That was one of the lowest grossing pay per views that the PBC did, right? But I digress. So for Andrew Reese to be asking for half of the purse with Deontay Wilder, I gotta look at that. Cassandra, what's good, Cassandra? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Queen. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it, Cassandra. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. We're here having a Wilder versus Reese conversation. We're talking about everything that's been going on with them and their situation, right? Because I ain't really talked about it this week, so I'm putting my 2 cents on it, putting my spin on it, right? But I digress. I got 7 people in the bid, and I got 11 likes. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live. Help get your boy, help get your boy right. But I digress. So Andrew Reed is trying to demand 50-50 from Deontay Wilder. If you're looking at star power, right, you're looking at the pay-per-views, it's clear that Deontay Wilder is the A side. For Andrew Reed to be asking for 50-50, especially after years, right, of calling out Deontay Wilder, right? After years of, tabloid after tabloid, after years of your team, you know what I mean, saying that Deontay Wilder is the fight you want, you would think that when you finally get that offer, right? When you finally get that offer, you take whatever they give you. So then tell you what you mean, take whatever they give you. Everybody gotta be paid. Right, everybody do gotta be paid. And he will be making his highest payday ever fighting Deontay Wilder for that 30%. The thing is, right? The thing is with Andy, and let's just be real. The thing with Andy Ruiz is what? What's the biggest question with Andy Ruiz? It's not if he can throw his hands, right, or anything like that, because he can fight. The biggest thing with him is his physical conditioning, his want to be able to box. You know what I mean? His stamina. Now he had a fight with Anthony Joshua, right? In the biggest fight of his career. He won the fight, and then in the very next fight, he ate himself pretty much out the championship. He more so lost that second fight with Anthony Joshua Anthony Joshua won that fight. He more so lost that fight with Anthony Joshua, right? Then more so Anthony Joshua won that fight. He kind of ate himself out of that second championship. Anthony Joshua was able to outbox him for 12 rounds. You know what I mean? So the biggest thing with Andy is his drive, his want to. My thing is, if you're asking for a 50-50 in this fight with Deontay Wilder, after all these years, right, of clamoring for this fight, and then he finally a black dude, and you say, "Oh, I want more money, or I won't have." You didn't get half with AJ, right? You didn't get half with AJ. Luis Ortiz went 50-50, right? Wilder and Ortiz didn't go 50-50 because of the star power that Deontay Wilder brings. This fight at your highest payday ever. Uh, that's called outpricing yourself, which happens a lot. Which happens a lot in boxing, right? Too much money, right? And you could outprice yourself by asking, by not offering, right? If you're the A side, you could. Hold on, my page messing up again. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? That junk keep kicking me out. Hold on, y'all. That junk keep kicking me out. YouTube ain't trying to let me be great this morning. Can y'all hear me? That junk keep kicking me out. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, that junk keep kicking me off. YouTube ain't trying to let me be great this morning. But yeah, y'all hit that thumbs up. What's good, Jason? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Jason. Glad you can make it. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. But yeah, it's two ways you can outprice yourself out, right? If you're the B side, if you're the B side, right? If you're the B side and they offer you a fight and you say, "Oh, I want more money," that's a way, that's one way that you pricing yourself out, right? And if you're the A side, if you offer an extremely low amount of money for a fight that the people want to see, that's another way. You know what I mean? That you can price yourself out, right? Andrew Reeves, right now, you've been asking for this fight, right, for the longest, right? You've been pretending that want this fight for the longest. To me, it kind of looked like a little bit of cloud chasing, right? Because Deontay Wilder just got out the Tyson Fury fight, right? He was clearly on medical suspension. You talking about you want to fight. Then Wilder say, he about to have a return fight. Then Andrew Reed say, well, you can fight me in the return fight. Wilder end up going a different direction. And you say, well, look, Wilder don't want to fight me. And then Wilder finally spin the block and say, I'm about to fight AJ in December, so I'll fight you beforehand because you be AJ, and that's a good look. And now you saying, well, I want 50-50. Now you saying, well, I want 50-50. Well, if you want this fight so bad, you take that 30%, which will still be your highest payday up to date, and you fight that fight. You trying to negotiate for more money, right? That you know you're not going to get. Just being real, like just the realness of it. You are not equal to Deontay Wilder when it comes to boxing. You are not. You do not bring the same value to the sport that Deontay Wilder brings to the sport. You don't generate the same kind of funds that Deontay Wilder generates. You know what I mean? And you never have. You know what I mean? So for him to ask for 50-50 after finally getting this fight right that he been clamoring about, I think that's a duck, man. You know what I mean? I think that's the way of him pricing himself out. My guy Jason said, Andy, ain't nobody to be demanding shit. He burned his career because he couldn't stop eating. I like to see the fight, but Wilder should move on. And that's what I'm thinking is going on right now. At least that's what came out from Wilder's camp, the Bone Squad camp. Tay Jones stated that it is what it is. The offer is what it is, and the offer ain't changing. And since the offer ain't changing, Andy's either going to take it or he's going to leave it on the table. Because ain't no way that they're about to give that man half. You know what I mean? For a Wilder fight. Jason said Wilder don't owe nobody. These heavyweights out here fighting bums. He deserves a tune-up. Wilder got a big fight coming up with Anthony Joshua at the end of the year in Saudi Arabia. That fight pretty much set in stone because of the money that's behind it. So Wilder looking for a stay busy fight so he don't be too rusty, right? Wilder was going to use Andy Ruiz Jr. as his tune-up, but Andy Ruiz Jr. he kind of make it a little difficult right now. So it's looking like Team Wilder is about to move on from that. Looking like Team Wilder about to move on from that Andy Ruiz situation. And if they do, I ain't even mad at them because ain't no way that I'd be giving Andy Ruiz half that pot, knowing that he ain't, half the attraction. Like he ain't half the reason that people going. It kind of sound like a retirement thing, if you're asking me. We all question, Andy want to box, right? His will. He had his biggest fight, and then he ate himself pretty much out of the title, right? So I gotta ask myself right now: is Andy Ruiz really motivated for this fight, or is Andy Ruiz looking for a retirement check from Deontay Wilder? I think if Andy Ruiz was really motivated for this fight, Andy Ruiz really wanted to win this fight, right? You take this fight at the 70-30, which will still be your highest payday, right? Some of these boxers get caught up in, oh, well, I'm only getting 30%. Yeah, you only getting 30%, right? And that's still actually more than what you worth. You A lot of these boxers looking at what the A side get, and they say, well, if the A side getting this much, I want to get this much. But you're not an A side type of guy, right? You're not a 50 million. You're not a 50 million. You know what I mean? Kind of guy. You're not a $50 million. You know what I mean? Kind of guy. They said whoever is advising Andy needs to be fired. Shout out my guy Teddy, my guy Big Tex. What's good, Big Tex? My guy Teddy. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. Uh, Let YouTube know that we live. Help get your boy spinning in that algo. YouTube not already spin my thing yellow, man. So y'all help your boy get back green. We got quite a bit to do this morning, but I want to start, you know what I mean, with this Andy and Deontay Wilder situation because it's one of the hot topics right now. I want to put my 2 cents in. Andy said you got to pay for this scalp, and it's crazy that Andy going so high, right? It's crazy that he going so high when I heard Deontay Wilder sent him an offer, I pretty much put this fight in the bag, right? Because of the way that Andy and his team had been seeking it for years on years. But then come to find out, they saying that they want 50-50, and then Wilder put the schematics on his ass. He was like, man, just look at your last couple fights. You'll be getting more money to take this fight than you did for Anthony Joshua, right? So if you're making more money in this fight than you ever made in your career, I don't see what the big problem is. It sounds like Andy Ruiz, you know what I mean, wanted to fight Wilder as long as Wilder really couldn't fight him. But now that he actually got a shot, he getting a little cold feet with it, right? So it's looking like that Andy Ruiz and Wilder probably ain't gonna be fighting. Wilder and his team did state that they moving on, and I don't really blame them. You know what I mean? Because I'm not giving if I'm Deontay Wilder, right? I'm not giving Andy 50-50. I'm not getting Andy his retirement check. Cause that's really what it sound like to me. It sound like, you know what I mean, this more so over give me my money and let me get out the door kind of fight. Then rather oh yeah, I've been wanting to fight Wilder for this long. I'm coming in, I'm ready, and I'm gonna beat him. Right. But I digress. Another tad bit of information, man. Fresh on Cruz and Savannah Marshall in the big fight this weekend. Fresh on Cruz and Savannah Marshall in the big fight this weekend. It will be earned on ESPN. You know what I mean? So ESPN has picked up Savannah Marshall and French on Cruz. I'm not sure if it's going to be showing on ESPN, the main channel, right, or ESPN Plus. Either way, it's a win for us, right? Whether it's ESPN or ESPN Plus. You know what I mean? That's a win. That's a win for women's boxing. Should be a great fight. I've been watching their press conferences, French Sean and Savannah Marshall, and them things intense. Boxing, MMA. What's good, boxing and MMA? Appreciate you sliding through. Yo, I got 7 people in the building. Can I get all 7 of y'all to hit that thumbs up? To hit that thumbs up for your boy. I got 14 likes. Y'all help get your boy right. YouTube and I already spanked your boy Yellow. I ain't really sure what be over YouTube, man. They be pissing me off. They're not already spanked your boy Yellow. So help keep your boy in the green. Help keep your boy in the green and nothing in between, man. Share the video, hit that thumbs up, let people know they be like, it's bright and early. Who else you know bright and early? You know what I mean? Right now, it's gonna be a lot of people. They get up and they go put their premieres on, right? Gonna be people gonna get they go put their premieres on. Y'all go be in the chat talking to yourself, right? Just listening to a voice, right? In the flesh. I'm not putting y'all on no timer, right? If y'all could be up and come listen to me, right? I could be up with y'all to come give it to you. So hit that thumbs up. So hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. Most definitely, YouTube doing a lot of player hating DS. You know what I mean? They be sending all my shit yellow unless I drop a bunch of short videos. You know what I mean? If I do a bunch of 10-minute videos, they be sending all of them green. But if I want to come on, I want to give y'all one conversation like this. They'll spin that thing yellow. I have to request for it to be sent back green. Then they'll spin it back green later. You know what I mean? When I already been off after I done missed that initial surge. But anyway, I digress. He said I'm room for Cruz, but I don't see how she can pull it off. That man Marshall is here. Shout out my guy Jason. This ain't gonna be easy for him. I'm telling you, like, and she get tired. I'm riding with French on Cruz on this. I do see a scenario right where she could stop Savannah Marshall, right? I also see a scenario where Savannah Marshall could stop her, right? I could see her with the TKO stoppage. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. I could see her with the TKO stoppage over Savannah Marshall. But I can also see, Savannah Marshall with the TKO stoppage over her because she does get tired, later on in fights. She starts off so strong and so hard, right? That's where I can see the KO coming or the stoppage coming. But as the fight goes on, she kind of loses. A little bit of her luster does French on Cruz. And if you're looking at the underdogs this weekend, she's a sizable, dog. So it's a good play. To take, right? I'm gonna take French on. I'm not like the fight is in the UK, man. I'm not sure about the UK judges. Like all signs are pointing against French on. You know what I mean? I'm just be real with you. All signs are pointing against her. I don't think that Savannah Marshall it did show me something versus Clarissa Shields. Savannah Marshall is a slow starter. French on Cruz is a fast starter. French on does fizzle out towards the end of the round. Savannah Marshall does carry, her stamina through all 12 rounds. If French on burn herself out early, it very well could get ugly for French on, in this fight. She already going up against, the UK judging, right? Savannah Marshall is their homegrown, hometown fighter. So there's always that aspect of it. It's gonna be an uphill battle for her. Nothing that she's not ready for, not nothing that she can't handle. But most definitely gonna be a uphill battle. Y'all smash that like button when y'all roll in for your boy. My guy Jason said they using this to market Marshall as undisputed champion. I think they think Cruz the wink link. They most definitely doing this to build up, their fight. The winner of this fight, the winner of this fight is probably going to be a double undisputed. It's probably going to be in a double undisputed fight versus Clarissa Shields next. You know what I mean? This fight, what I'm thinking, right? This is Clarissa Shields' first opponent ever, right? In Frenchon Cruz, and also Clarissa Shields' last opponent, right? In Savannah Marshall, pretty much. She had that fight against that one lady after Hannah Gabriel's, right? But her last big fight, right, is this fight against Savannah Marshall. She fought Frenchon Cruz first, and she fought Savannah Marshall last, right? I'm thinking they want Savannah Marshall to win this fight to build up a rematch with Clarissa Shields, and this time it's going to be for double undisputed. I think that's how they go sell it. They go sell it, double undisputed, either Marshall or Cruz versus Clarissa Shields in the rematch. But I think for them, right, they would much rather it be Savannah Marshall than Frenchon Cruz. Yo, I got 8 people in the building. I got 14 likes. Y'all get your boy to 20 likes. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Y'all help get your boy in that algorithm. Let everybody let YouTube know they be live. YouTube ain't go. The reason YouTube sending me yellow, y'all, is because y'all ain't hitting my goddamn like button, letting them know that we live. They don't know that we over here. They don't know that we be over here cooking it up. You know what I mean? So I need y'all to let them niggas know that we be over here cooking up. Share that shit with your friend. You know what I mean? He said, now Shadeja got the win. I actually hope Marshall wins so Green can get her. That'll be a good one too. Shadeja, that'll be a good one. Shadeja Green. But I'm telling you, if Marshall win it, I tell you this, Teddy. If Shadeja win, then she probably is going to fight. If Frenchon Cruz win, then she probably will fight Shadeja Green. But if Savannah Marshall win, they probably go stick her back in that ring with Clarissa Shields because that's the fight that they want to sell. I could very well see a scenario where Shadeja Green get Frenchon Cruz. But if Savannah Marshall win, I don't think they go put Shadeja Green in there with Marshall because Marshall's still there. Marshall's still homegrown. That's the fight that they want. That's the fight that they want. I think they want to get their rematch going with Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall because that thing broke records. It broke records in the UK, over 2 million views, right? It broke a house record, the biggest boxing event, the biggest women's boxing event, right? The most pay-per-views event, period, not just for women. So I'm thinking they trying to get that. She said, no, Shields needs some new smoke. I need Green to smash Marshall. I don't think they gonna put it in there. If Marshall win this fight, they not gonna put it in there. I don't think Shadeja Green won't fight Savannah Marshall unless Savannah Marshall like beat Shields or something like that. I don't think they go push Shadeja in there. They want to push Savannah Marshall. Shadeja Green is just the backup player. There's really just the backup plan. You know what I mean? I've been pushing it. I've been pushing it. Yeah, she do hit hard, but I'm telling like she's a bit of a she's like with Shadeja. I still think it's a huge talent gap. Like it's a huge talent gap from Shadeja to Clarissa. It's just that when it's with Clarissa, right, we just always looking for new smoke. We always looking for the next thing. It's still a huge talent gap right now. If you stick Shadeja in there with Clarissa Shields right now, it's gonna look like all her other fights. You know what I mean? If you stick in there right now, it's gonna look like all her other fights. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee. The hands can't hit what the eyes can't see. You know what I mean? You can't hit Clarissa, right? I mean, she can't. She ain't. It ain't gonna look like. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna look like y'all think, right? It's gonna look real. Like right now, it'll kill the luster. Like if you push Daisy Green there, it'll it'll kill the luster. She gonna make it look like easy work. Jay Green is really especially she has learned to keep her composure and her upper skills, which she hasn't. You know what I mean? She hasn't. I seen the fight don't just watch Deja Green knockouts. Watch her whole fight. Like she's a real slow starter. She's a real slow starter. Not real active, right? She like to try. She like to try and you know what I mean, counter punch. Like with Clarissa, you know, that ain't really slow starter and Clarissa don't mix. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be as close. It ain't gonna be as close as y'all think. You know what I mean? If they fight right now, I'm telling y'all. If that she hit me, I don't know a girl who can with her. So say that I'm going to give my gun, don't judge me. You tell her what's your day, Joe? I got 8 people in the building. Y'all hit that thumbs up. I've been stuck on 14 likes, and I've been seeing y'all pop in and out this thing for a minute. I know some of y'all had in the back, but hit my thumbs up. Hit my thumbs up while you hear it. Let YouTube know that we live. Savannah Marshall, French on Cruz gonna be shown on ESPN. Not sure if it's ESPN Plus, right, or the ESPN the television channel, but either way, ESPN has picked it up. So that's a good look, you know what I mean, for women's boxing. French on Cruz get her network, big time network deal. Pablo said, I never seen Green before. I seen her fight a couple times. I think she next up, right? I think a couple more years. She got to get 11 fights. Pretty Shields only got 11 fights, right? But she got the amateur background, so she only got 11 professional fights, but she got over 100 fights in her career. You know what I mean? So Deja Green didn't have an amateur career. You know what I mean? She started from the ground. She went to school teacher type deal. So I think she's need a couple more of those fights. That the power is there. The power is ridiculous, right? But I think that's gonna be the woman that challenge Shields, and I really want to build that Green and Shields fight up a little bit more. I want Shields. I want Green to actually have a shot to win that. I say the winner of this fight, Marshall versus Cruz, uh, they should fight right. Shadeja Green, but I think if this fight work, the winner of this fight, uh, uh, they should have like one more fight, and then the winner of that next fight should get in the ring with Clarissa Shields. If that is, you know what I mean, Shadeja Green. But right now, I don't think Shadeja Green is I don't think she ready right now. Not for Clarissa. Marshall, Marshall may be right, but not for Clarissa right now. Not for Clarissa right now. So if Marshall wins, then Green starts Marshall. Sears versus Green would be huge. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. It would. But I don't. I'm talking about like the actual fight as far as a competitive standpoint. It's a whole lot of holes in Green game. A whole lot of holes in her game. Like the power is there, but just her boxing, like her boxing, it's a lot of holes in her game. Like we enamored by that power, just like we not us, right? Because we knew better, right? But like my guy Trap Media came here talking about green power. Like we get so enamored by power, just like we was enamored by martial power, right? We get so enamored by power, we forget that my Clarissa Shields is one of the best defensive fighters in the world. Like Clarissa Shields is going to fights and not getting hit 14 times in 12 rounds. You know what I mean? Like the gap between them two is a lot bigger. The talent gap is a lot bigger than people think. Not the power gap, right? But the talent gap between Green and Marshall Green and Shields is wide right now. You know, I think it's more fights that Green need to have in between that thing. I mean, we could rush it. Even if she beat Marshall, right? It could be a big fight, but it's gonna look like a Marshall fight. Marshall and Clarissa was not competitive at all. You know what I mean? Marshall just wasn't, ain't on her level. Uh, you know what I mean? Fight wasn't really competitive at all. Yo, y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. I've been sitting at 14 likes for the longest. I know more than y'all that came through here. Y'all hit my thumbs up when y'all roll through here. Y'all be hitting them other niggas thumbs up. They don't even be up here talking to you motherfuckers. That be on the premieres and shit, right? So y'all hit my thumbs up, man. Get this video going in the algorithm. Let them know. Let them know that we live. They be spinning my shit yellow. Y'all help them spin my shit green. But but I don't see them sticking. I don't see them sticking Marshall over Green no time soon. Cause Marshall is the fighter they want to push. If Marshall wins this fight, they gonna stick her right back in there with Clarissa Shields because it it make the most sense. If Franchon Cruz win this fight, then I do see a Shadeja Green versus Franchon Cruz. That's if Franchon win, right? I feel like it's gonna be Green versus Cruz. But if Marshall wins, then it's probably gonna be Marshall Shields. I feel like they won't that Marshall Shields fight for double undisputed. Franchon Cruz, the undisputed champion. The only reason you give Savannah Marshall, from undisputed fight to straight to another undisputed fight, is if you want to make that rematch. They was talking about that Shields rematch as soon as that fight ended with Savannah Marshall, right? So if she get that second undisputed title, if she get that second undisputed title, what's gonna happen, right? Now, so I want to throw this out here real quick. David Morrell, and David Benavidez, right? David Benavidez still don't get a fight. Jaime Munguia said that if he is going to fight, Jaime Munguia said that if he is going to fight uh, David Benavidez, right, it'll be sometime next year. It'll be sometime next year, right? So my thing is I just don't see how Cruz can pull it off, bro. Jason, it's gonna be an uphill battle, bro. Like if Cruz could keep her stamina, Jason, if Cruz could keep her stamina, you mean against Marshall or you mean against Green? He said they want the Marshall rematch, a stadium show, and you can all your facts for sure. If y'all hit that thumbs up for you, boy, I got 9 people in the building. I got 14 likes. I got 10 people in the building. I got 14 likes. I didn't have 14 likes for the longest. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we talking this good boxing. Let YouTube know where you at and that you in the place to be as well. Uh, but if she it is gonna be an uphill battle for French tomorrow. Y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's gonna be hard. It ain't gonna be easy. Y'all hit that thumbs up. It's gonna be hard. It ain't gonna be easy. She gonna be up against Savannah Marshall, who is not an easy fight, right? She didn't get close to winning that fight with Clarissa Shields, right? But she did show that she was tough. She did show that she got a gas tank and she can take a punch. And if you could withstand Franchon Cruz's onslaught, right? If you could withstand that onslaught from Franchon Cruz, you could take her into deeper waters, right? Then you could get Franchon Cruz. You could beat her. Right? She only got that one loss to Clarissa Shields, but we did see her slow down tremendously against Cinder Roos, right? We did see her slow down tremendously against Cinder Roos, right? And that fight went 12 in a tough fight. And that fight went 12 in a tough fight, right? I do feel like if she have that same energy drop, right? If she had that same energy Roos, then I do see Franchon Cruz losing this fight. For example, right? Roos just fought Shadeja Green. Shadeja Green is an undefeated fighter. Roos was an undefeated fighter. Franchon Cruz went 12 rounds with Ellen Roos, right? Took her belt and took her oath. Shadeja Green knocked Roos out in about 3 or 4 rounds, right? So they let you know that their power is different. Their power is a game changer, right? When it comes to Shadeja Green. But if Franchon Cruz tends to about the 5th and 6th round, right? She tends to literally gas, like not even gas a little bit. She tends to gas heavy. Her biggest problem has always been, you know what I mean, her stamina. Can she get through, you know what I mean, the 10-round fight? I've seen her at the end, couple fights, right? Be dog tired, mouth open, barely being able to stand, or holding on to opponents. Against Savannah Marshall, she could crack too. She got stamina and she's durable. You saw that against Clarissa Shields. You know what I mean? That could be real bad for Franchon Cruz, right? And Savannah Marshall got cracks as well. If you get tired against a fighter with cracks, you know what I mean? Big dog, what's good, PGH? Appreciate you sliding through. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, greatly appreciate you sliding through. Y'all help your boy get going in that algo. I know it's a lot of I know it's more people live right now. I know you got y'all on y'all way to work. You got people going in and out, but y'all do your boy solid. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know that we live, man. We really here right now, right? We ain't doing no premiere, right? We ain't still sleep, safe sounds in our bed, right? We might be safe and sound in our bed, right? But we ain't sleep, safe and sound in our bed. We up live right now with you. I ain't got you up here talking to a computer screen, right? I ain't ignoring your comments. I'm acknowledging you when you come through the bed and y'all don't got to talk to yourselves and shit. Is it definitely worried about crew stamina and age? Yeah, facts, PJ. That's my only concern. That's my biggest concern, right? It's the stamina because if you getting tired, if you get tired against Marshall, if you get tired against not take all that damage, right? What you able to take all that damage, not falter and still be able to give her own through the course of 10 rounds. I was impressed with Savannah Marshall and Fresh on Cruz. Gonna really have to come with it if she want to y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. My guy Jason said Marshall big ass not allowing that holding, but we gonna have to see. Prayers up. Oh yeah, man. Like it's gonna get good, man. I just hope she don't get tired, man. I hope French Sean don't get tired. Right? Hope French Sean don't get tired. Because if she do, I think it could get ugly. Now, best case scenario for both fighters, right? At DS in that super chat. Appreciate you, Davis. Let me get my guy Davis on the screen. Drop the flames for the game. My guy DS super chat. He flipped the cap. Back. Was good. Was good. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on there. Let me drop the flames for the game. Shout out my guy Davis, man, showing that support, man. Greatly appreciate. Greatly appreciate. Don't ever if y'all ever feel like it ain't, it really is. And my sound still ain't playing back. My sound still ain't playing back from my side. You know what I mean? But we gonna make it do to do long as y'all can hear me. Shout out my guy DS and that super. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on there. PJ's Big Dog says Savannah on them PEDs and don't get tired. And all she throw is power shots. She on some shit. Shout out my guy PJ's Big Dog. Shout out my guy PJ's Big Dog. But yeah, man, I need Marsha got to be on her A game for sure. You know what I mean? Cruz got to be on her A game for sure. Marsha did, impress me a little bit with Clarissa Shields, just with her durability and her stamina and the way that she was able to take some of that damage. So, Frenchon got power, right? And she like to get guys up out. I mean, and she like to get them women up out of there. But she gonna have to. I think she gonna have to be more methodical about the way she approached that knockout. Like Savannah Marshall ain't just going to lay down. You know what I mean? She ain't just going to lay down for. She ain't just going to lay down for. You know what I mean? She going to have to, work for that win. And it's going to be hard for her to win on the cards, especially in the UK. So it is an uphill battle for her, right? But I digress. Now this is it ain't near here. It ain't near here. Ain't near here. This is gonna be an uphill battle, you know what I mean, for Marshall. But I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see how exactly how it's gonna happen. But speaking of the ESPN fight card, it's a full ESPN fight card. We got Jahad Tucker on the fight card as well. Hold on, let me. We got Jahad Tuck on the fight card, right? We got Delonte Tiger Johnson on the fight card. We got Dante Bingham on the fight card, right? It's a stack. This is a stack undercard. He said Benavidez looking stank. Yeah, y'all want to talk? Yeah, we can talk about Benavidez. 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 My bad, because I did skip that. I'm gonna make sure I talk about that. I'm gonna make sure I talk about that twice a day. I'm gonna make sure I talk about that thing at least once a week, man. For real. I guess I made it its own video earlier this week, but we could talk about it. I just wanted to reiterate real quick. All right, so David Benavidez and David Morrell Jr., that fight info had dropped a couple weeks ago, right? Fight info dropped a couple weeks ago. So we think we're about to get the fight who we think are the two best guys at 168, right? David Morrell come out last week and he say, "Oh yeah, I seen the reports. About me fighting David Morrell, and that's not true. That was the first time I heard about it. I don't know nothing about it. Benavidez account. This report came straight from Sampson, who is David Benavidez's manager. Right, straight out of his mouth. David Benavidez said, "Don't listen to the fake news." David Benavidez said, "Don't listen to the fake news. These people out here was your manager, father. Not only was he your manager, he was your father as well." But what is up with my shit today, bro? These folks is tripping. Out on stream, y'all. Put some water there in this joint. All right, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I can't hear myself on the playback. But I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. We're gonna make it do what it do, man. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. Can y'all hear me? I don't know what the hell. I hate stream y'all right now, man. Yo, can y'all hear me? Okay, well, appreciate you. Okay, I'm back now. But yeah, so man, so David Benavidez came out and said right that he came out and said that he heard nothing about him fighting David Morrell, and he said that he said on making the big fights right now, and David Morrell is not in his line of fire. He said he want to make the big fights like Hammy Munguia, right? So let's just pretend that Hammy Munguia is a big fight for a second. Well, Hammy Munguia said that he's about to fight. Uh, Hammy Munguia said that if he is going to fight, Hammy Munguia said want to be this year, right? So if Hammy Munguia said he wants to fight you, but he's not gonna fight you till next year, he said he ain't gonna fight you until next year, right? You got the guy that you've been chasing for a year, right? That people claim you've been chasing for a year, right? Jamal Charlo is about to fight the other guy that you've been chasing for a year, right? And Canelo Alvarez. So basically, you got everybody making big fights except for you. You got Hammy Munguia with his attention elsewhere, probably on Edward Berlanga. Munguia and Berlanga probably about to fight. That's a big fight at 160. You got Charlo and Canelo Alvarez about to fight. That's a big fight at 160, right? So the big fights that you want, Charlo and Canelo, they're about to fight one another. Hammy Munguia is about to fight Edward Berlanga, another guy that you said you might fight, right? So you got all these fights about to happen. What's left on the table, right? The fight that you saying that you heard nothing about. The best option for you right now is to fight David Morrell Jr. And I truly feel like anybody saying anything other than David Benavidez should be running directly towards David Morrell Jr. is out their fucking mind. Because I remember last year around this time, y'all was telling me that he beat David Morrell Jr. And now don't nobody got nothing to say. Y'all would rather talk about Adrian Broner and what he doing. Y'all don't got nothing to say about David Benavidez. What happened to Morrell Trainer said he wasn't ready. Y'all remember that? People were saying that Morrell Trainer said that he wasn't ready to fight David Benavidez. So that was the reason that David Benavidez didn't have to fight Morrell, right? Well, now Morrell Trainer said he ready. Now Morrell said he ready. You got PBC and Showtime who actually want that fight, right? Because they the ones that put their news out. They the ones that put their news out about y'all fight, right? So that's a company versus company fight. The company don't lose, with whoever lose in that fight, they both win. They both 25-year-old prospects, right? Now, the thing is, when the hunter becomes the hunted, right? When it was Jamal Charlo at a lower division, not even in your division, y'all was claiming, y'all was clamoring for, oh man, Charlo need to move up and fight David Benavidez. He can't fight nobody else. Canelo ain't gonna fight him when he wasn't even in his division. Now you got a guy who's in the exact same division as David Benavidez, and nobody seems to be putting that pressure on David Benavidez to fight David Morrell. I'm gonna make sure I talk about this shit once a day. I'm gonna make another video about it at some point today, right? Because I noticed how quiet people done got when it comes to that. David Benavidez don't have a fight lined up, right? Devin Haney is on medical suspension, and everybody want him to hop right back in the ring. Benavidez don't got no fight. Benavidez don't got no fight lined up at all, right? Not a good one, right? Now it's gonna be people. It's gonna be people that justify if Benavidez take any other fight. If Benavidez take any fight against versus low competition, right? Watch out. I bet you it's still gonna be people out here that give him a pass on that David Morrell smoke. They gonna tell you that David Morrell ain't a big enough name. Benavidez want to make the big fights. Well, David Morrell is the same kind of champ that David Benavidez is, right? They both are interim regular champs. They both are interim champs. They're interim champs. They're interim champs because Canelo is the real champ, and they're his mandatory, and we know Canelo don't fight mandatories. You know what I mean? So let me put this on the chart. So he's the same champ before this young guy. So he's the same champ that David Morrell is, right? I don't want to hear that. Oh, David Morrell is a bigger star. David Morrell this, David Morrell that. And I don't want to hear that David Benavidez is a bigger star, right? David Benavidez this, David Benavidez that. David Benavidez. David Benavidez has more fights than David Morrell, but they're the same age. He has more fights than David Morrell because David Benavidez turned pro before David Morrell. David Benavidez, if you're talking about the total number of fights, right? If you're talking total number of fights, if you include the amateurs, David Morrell is actually more experienced than David Benavidez. And David Benavidez actually knows that. You know what I mean? This is the guy that they call the Mexican monster, right? This is the guy that they say nobody want to fight. This the Mexican monster. This the guy that nobody want to fight. This the guy that everybody ducking. This the baddest man in the world. Since when the baddest man in the world become a businessman? Oh well, I want to fight. I want to fight the big fights. I want to fight guys like Hammy Munguia. That's a big fight that I want. Well, Hammy Munguia said he don't want to fight. You know what I mean? Just like y'all was telling me. Just like y'all was telling me when Canelo said he didn't want to fight Charlo, so fight David Benavidez. Well, Hammy Munguia said he don't want to fight you, man. And Hammy Munguia about to fight Berlanga. Canelo about to fight Charlo. What you gonna do? Who you gonna fight? You gonna bring up another guy? My guy Jason said, "Have you noticed? Ben David always barking at fighters, but he's silent when Morrell." Yeah, facts. He always calling them, and I know I'm losing y'all right now. He always calling fighters pussy and shaky, and he's famous too. He's famous too. You know what I mean? They some clout guys. They some clout guys. The Fiends, his Fiends, and him. Right? He wanted to clout chase the big name. He said, "Oh, I want to make the fights against the big names." Nah, you want to pretend to fight the big names. You want to pretend like you want that smoke, right? Fight David Morrell. You don't want to fight David Morrell because you know you got shit to lose. It's okay. It's okay in Charlo, right? It's okay for you and Charlo to fight because he the one that could lose the Canelo fight, right? He the one that could lose the Canelo fight, right? But but when the ball in your court and you got David Morrell actively seeking you, you got David Morrell talking bad about you, you got David Morrell talking bad about your brother, you got David Morrell talking bad about your daddy, right? David Benavidez had called Charlo a pussy, right? And you had everybody say, "Oh man, look at him. That man called you a pussy." Yeah, Morrell got Benavidez real quick right now, but Munguia is the bigger fight. Munguia ain't gonna fight him, PJH. Munguia said he not gonna. Munguia said if he do fight him, it'll be sometime next year. Munguia did already eliminated himself. Munguia don't want to fight him. Munguia scared of him. Munguia scared of David. You know what I mean? Morrell ain't scared of David. Munguia said I'll fight him, but it'll be sometime next year. Munguia said I'll fight him. Munguia said I'll fight him, but it'll be sometime next year. Munguia ain't trying to fight that man. Munguia scared of David, which is why I want David to fight somebody that ain't scared of him. You know what I mean? I want David to fight somebody that's not scared of him. I want David to fight somebody that want their smoke. David Benavidez, right? I want David Benavidez to fight somebody that want their smoke. I don't want him to fight no guy that's questioning. I don't want him to fight no late replacement in Karan Davis. I don't want him to fight no guy coming from middleweight, right? Look at David Benavidez's last couple fights, or look at his best couple fights, right? Outside of Caleb Plant, all those guys came up from 160. Caleb Plant is David Benavidez's best win. Caleb Plant is the win that's really saving David Benavidez's score right now, right? Caleb Plant is that one win that's saving Benavidez's score right now, right? But outside of that Caleb Plant victory, outside of that Caleb Plant victory, right? Benavidez ain't really fought too many, you know, natural 168ers. Actually, he hadn't fought any natural 168ers, right? And you talking about Hammy Munguia. When he mentioned Hammy Munguia, he stated just that. He said Hammy Munguia. He said Hammy Munguia is a guy that's moving up to 168. That's a fight that we're looking forward to, right? So that's another guy who's not naturally. That's another guy who's not naturally 168 pounder that David Benavidez, you know what I mean, trying to get it. He said Benavidez is going to have to get that boo-boo or Morrell smoke, one of them, for sure, right? One of them, you know what I mean? Real quiet on that. He said Munguia and Berlanga are an elite level. Not at all. Not at all. Munguia and Berlanga not elite level, not at all, right? But you got people who will really tell you, mostly David Benavidez fans, right, that he's a star, right? No, he's not, bro. No, he's not. Nobody ever. I never heard people call Munguia a star up until David Benavidez said that he would rather fight him than David Morrell Jr. I never heard nobody voluntarily even bring up a goddamn Jaime Munguia, right? For me to be saying, bro, no, not at all, right? That's the kind of talk. That's the kind of talk you talk when you just don't want to fight a guy. When you mention names like Jaime Munguia, bro, that's a fucking joke. Like, why would I want to see you fight, even as a fan? Why would I want to see you fight Jaime Munguia? Do y'all want to see him fight? Do y'all believe in Jaime Munguia? Who's a better fighter, Morrell or Jaime Munguia? And so I digress. So why you okay with him wanting to fight Jaime Munguia over David Morrell? You know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. It helped him out. It made him money, right? It don't make you no money. Why would you rather see him fight Jaime Munguia over David Morrell? Because a lot of y'all don't want to see y'all favorite fighters lose. You know what I mean? Y'all don't like 50-50 fights. A lot of y'all like to see y'all favorite fighter beat up on people. A lot of y'all bullies. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all bullies. Y'all don't want to see 50-50 fights. Y'all want to see a guy go in there and get beat up so you can say, look, I told you, He good. He good. You know what I mean? He said Munguia's a bigger name, more money. Says who? What's the biggest purse Munguia ever got? What's the biggest purse Munguia ever got, bro? Because they selling this like where, bro? Where? Where? What's the biggest purse he ever got? Like since when did Munguia become a star? He's not a star, bro. He's not. He's not. He's not, man. Let's see his biggest purse, man. He's not, bro. He's not at all. Never had. He's a prospect. That's what he is, bro. He's a prospect. That man's a prospect. That man's a prospect, yo. So just like David Maria, all them guys are prospects, man. None of them dudes, none of them dudes are stars. None of them dudes, bro. That's an excuse. He's I haven't seen Tank in the 50-50 fight yet, and everyone swear he'll kill her. That's all I be saying. Let's see. Man, you know this cap. This thing say Harry Munguia net worth is $100 million. Man, you know this fucking cap. You know this fucking cap, man. Okay, that's it. 1.5, bro. This a star, bro. Hammy Munguia is worth $1.5 million, bro. He's worth $1.5 million, bro. That is not a star. That is not a star at all. By a long shot, bro. This man has only accumulated $1.5 million out of his whole career. That is not no big fight, bro. That is not no big fight. That is not no big fight, bro. That's what you do. That's what you do when you don't want to fight somebody, bro. You bring up random guys that you know ain't gonna fucking fight you. Just like he did with Charlo. That whole Charlo thing started as a random guy that he knew wasn't gonna fight him because they're in a different division. And then he stuck with it. Y'all made it a thing, so he rolled with it. Is it Munguia not to be word? Got to now. He not, bro. He not a star. Stop listening to them people. PGH. He's not a star. You can look at him and tell him, bro, his fights don't do nothing, bro. He's never fought on the pay-per-view. He never fought on not even ESPN, bro. He fight on the zone. He fight on the app. Nobody is looking at that app, yo. Nobody is looking at that app, yo. Bro, stop. That man is a prospect. People barely know, dude. That's what we getting. They barely know him. They barely know him, man. That man is not a star. David pulled that out of his ass, yo. David Morrell, David Benavidez pulled that Hammy Munguia shit out of his ass, bro. That man is far from a star, yo. Far from a star, man. Never seen him in a sold out show, nothing. They put Hammy Munguia on those Triple G cards, hoping that would make him a star. Triple G not no fucking star. You know what I mean? These guys are relatively unknown. A lot of these guys are relatively unknown, right? It's only a couple stars in boxing, a couple recognizable faces, literally a couple, a handful, maybe like 5 or 6 guys who are really recognized in boxing. You can call a star, a guy who could make a move. You know what I mean? And Benavidez can't fight 2 of them right now, Charlo and Canelo. Can't fight them. But beating David Maria, right, who's on your side of the street, I don't think Munguia that great either, but his name is known more than Maria in his 9 fights. It's not, bro. It's not. What's Munguia best win? Real top PJ. What's Munguia best victory? You couldn't tell me. Not saying you personally, but you couldn't tell me. What's his best win? He's not. He's not. He's really not. He's really not. You know what I mean? Munguia been in America his whole life. We still don't give a fuck about him. David Maria got a whole country, you know what I mean, behind him. You know what I mean? He's not, though. we really trying to argue Munguia been he not though. Never sold out of the arena, never headlined the pay-per-view. Nothing. Dave Benavidez pulled it out of his ass, man. He pulled it out of his ass. He pulled it out of his ass, man. Yeah, Derevyanchenko and Ali his best wins. And then look, and the killer part is, bro, he probably lost to Derevyanchenko, right? People want to pretend Charlo had a rough time with Derevyanchenko, right? But the sad reality of it, bro, the sad reality of it is that man probably lost. He probably lost to Derevyanchenko, bro. He probably lost his last fight. The sad reality is, man, he probably lost his last fight. Yeah, the reality of it all, man, that man probably actually lost his last fight against Derevyanchenko. This man drummed up Munguia, bro. Like, wow. Munguia, bro. Munguia. And don't know, and we can't see how that ain't a duck. We can't see how that ain't the duck move. He couldn't even look. He couldn't even look at the camera. He couldn't even look at the camera when he said that shit. He said he lost to Dennis Hogan a couple years ago too, bro. He couldn't even look at the camera when he said that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Hold on. All right, I'm back. He said, if he didn't end, it was real questionable. When Romero's name came up, he saw all them opponents end up in the hospital after that. Dog, I'm saying, bro, we gotta get it though, bro. We gotta get it, bro. That's a great fight. Josh Sanders, what's good, Josh? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. TWT in the building. Yeah, I hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. I got 8 people in the building. I got 20 likes now. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Y'all get your boy right. And they're having us a boxing conversation. We talking about David Moreira right now. We gonna make our fight bets for the weekend, MMA bets for the weekend too, on this stream. But I want to give y'all a boxing conversation. You know what I mean? First, we gonna get into these predictions and everything. Talked about Wilder and the AJ situation. Talked about Wilder and the AJ situation. We just talked about David Moreira and David Benavidez, which I'm gonna talk about a whole lot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be talking about that a whole lot because ain't nobody else gonna do it, right? Ain't nobody else gonna do it. And y'all know me. I gotta drop 4 videos for y'all to pay attention, right? So I'm gonna drop about 4 fucking videos on that thing so I can get y'all to pay attention. So I'm gonna drop about 4 videos on that shit a week. You know what I mean? Until I get it through y'all heads that the only reason we not getting Moreira versus Benavidez is because David Benavidez don't want that smoke. And y'all supposed to be calling him a Mexican monster. He's a Marshall versus Cruz is 50-50 fight if you really break it down. Yeah, Josh Facts. If you really break it down, right? If you really break it down, right, it's actually in Savannah Marshall's favor. If you really break it down, it's actually in Savannah Marshall's favor. You know what I mean? Like if you giving the crowd, you giving the stamina problems, right? You giving how much damage she was able to take in her last fight and keep her power, keep her energy, and you take into considerations Franchon Cruz's stamina issues. It's actually like 60-40. Actually like 60-40 Savannah Marshall, but that's a strong 40%. You know what I mean? That's a strong 40%. You know what I mean? That's a strong like Franchon Cruz will have to be on her A game. She would have to be all the way on her A game. Right? There's gonna be no room for error. No room for error for Cruz. No room for errors. There's there's a chance in this fight. There's a chance in this fight where she could actually get this fight right and don't knock out, and she still could lose because of the hometown, of the home cooking.
For 3 rounds, I don't see Golovkin getting bullied by St. Denis. Maybe St. Denis gets a takedown on both.
You know what I mean? There's a chance where she could box her ass off and still lose this fight, right? When you look at it, where they at. And I really feel like the push is for Savannah Marshall versus Shields too. I feel like that's the push. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, man. I'm about to get into my MMA breakdown and predictions, right? I'm looking at one of the guys that I be watching. We be bouncing picks off each other. I'm about to fat this building up, man. Y'all, the first 120 is boxing, right? Jackson, you still in that thing? Tell him that the first hour and 20 minutes is boxing. If y'all want the boxing talk, we're about to go over these UFC picks and parlays this morning. I'm finna make up all my parlays and shit for the weekend today, this morning. I'm trying to get this bitch up under a certain amount of time. We gonna do it. Feel free to ask them. A lot of fights this weekend on the top ranked card.
Contract, that's why he retired. Yada yada yada. Demiris Magulov, not a fighter that's coming out to lose, especially not to Grant Dawson. Dawson's a good wrestler. He's a bully on the ground. He controls people extraordinarily well. This Magulov is not someone that gets bullied. Dawson hasn't been in there with.
You about to have these box conversations. You about to win this money, man. About to win this money. I'm gonna do my UFC first, then we go do the box. Then we go do the box. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on there. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in, man.
He's a pretty capable kickboxer. Grant Dawson in this fight is in trouble on the feet. He does not have the striking game to match his Magulov. Now, this Magulov is a guy that can comfortably get to decisions by picking his opponents apart. Has pretty quality grappling.
They about to do MMA fight breakdown and predictions. MMA fight predictions. I'm watching my guy from Jersey.
I think Magulov was able to put the strikes together and get a knockout on the feet.
See if my picks match his picks. See if my picks match his picks, man.
Even money line. It's a very high confident even money pick here. I like that -110, and I think it's Magulov. You go the money line side if you throw it down on this one. Probably goes long. I will read off this Magulov by decision.
It's Magulov, Grant Dawson.
And actually, the KO prop for his Magulov at +650. But his Magulov
said Marshall's win. She got to see the sweet Terminator. If Marshall wins, they gonna put it in the ring with Clarissa Shields for their rematch. Undisputed versus undisputed, Josh. if Marshall beats Cruz, they gonna put Marshall versus Clarissa Shields for double undisputed.
I think he's gonna knock St. Denis out. I know a lot of people out there believe in the toughness of St. Denis. He is incredibly tough. But both teams
Double undisputed. Double undisputed. But look, if Fresh on Cruz win, they go give us to Shadeja Green. Guaranteed. If Fresh on Cruz win, they go get Fresh on to Shadeja Green.
Like St. Denny, maybe St. Denny gets a takedown on both team, bounces up, and then they're forced to strike. Then both teams is going to continue to beat them up as St. Denny shoots. I think he's live to get caught with a flying knee and put to bed. I like both teams a lot here. Now the knockout prop is sitting at plus 180 for both team KO. Yes, the money line is high, but I am confident he wins this fight. I do think KO. Ultimately, money line's always safe because Benoit St. Denis took a beating from Elizio Zaleski, survived the frenzy. The referee probably should have fight, but regardless of that fact, we know that St. Denis tough.
All right, so we're gonna take both of them. We're gonna take both of them, right?
Now, next on the most comfortable pick section, we'll bring up another wide favorite, Garam Kutateladze, who sits at minus 600. He's a nasty wide favorite, but still has to bring him up here. I am extremely confident that he beats Elves Brenner. And looking at Garam to win, something that's interesting is Garam to get it done by decision is my official call at plus 135. But like him to get a finish is not impossible here. And I do believe if Teladze was to put it together and get a finish, it would be potentially in round three. Round three finish form is plus 650. TKO in round three plus 775. Just two games to read off. Not telling you got to go run out and play the rest.
Let me see.
But something I was thinking about is Garam could put his strikes together and beat on an Elf Brenner, wear him down, and then stop him. Staple parlay piece. Elf Brenner is really a national. He's tough. He's got potential in this game, but Garam is a different level than him and is going to put it on. We saw.
Let's go through the box. Let's run through the boxing fight breakdown. Let's run through the boxing while I listen to the MMA. Let's do the boxing. Let's do the boxing.
Minus 190. I like Bernard Facardino to beat Kevin Lee. I think Lee's going to be really undersized here. I think this is a matchup where he's not going to be able to have offensive wrestling success, and I actually think he's put on his back potentially here. In the striking, sure, Kevin Lee's fairly quick, but Bernard is going to have more power than him, and I think he's going to be able to tie him up in the clinch, drag him down. Bernard's striking's not bad at all. Kevin Lee, to me, is
let's look at the boxing because I know where I'm going with that. Right? So we got Escobar Falco versus Vincenzo Gutierrez. I heard of that Falco dude before. I never heard of the Gutierrez dude. This Gutierrez dude. Heard of the Falco dude before, but we gonna go to that box Rex. Y'all know how I like to do it. We gonna slide to the box Rex so we can do this thing live action. We want to be as accurate as possible. All right. So we gonna do this thing live action. So let's go to the box Rex. Falco is the favorite in this fight. I seen this Falco dude fight before. I bet on him. He won. But let me check the opponent out. He got some ugly names. Esquiva. Sorry, I don't want to talk about y'all names. Y'all got some ugly ass names. They probably think Cordelia, huh? Falco. Let's check him out. Esquiva Falco. I seen him fight not too long ago. 30-0 with 20 KOs. Going up against Vincenzo got 20-1, right? So let's check out Falco 5'10", 72-inch arm reach. Last fight was against Christian Fabian Rios. He beat him by UD. Stopped the guy named Patrick Bonley. Stopped the guy named Arthur Avon. He don't have a whole lot of recognizable names on his resume. I'm going through. I see Manny Woods. He don't have a whole lot of recognizable names on here, right? He's a Brazilian fighter. undefeated. He's facing off against another undefeated fight. Yeah, Falco was Olympic gold medalist. Yeah, facts. The dude he fighting is 20-0 with 7 KOs. So not much of a knockout puncher. He's 5'10", German guy. So Falco has the size advantage, size and reach advantage. The last guy he fought was 18-1. He beat him by UD. The guy before that, 14-6, beat him by UD. He don't have a whole lot of recognizable names on his resume either. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go with Falco. This guy that he fighting, respectable record. Don't have a whole lot of good names on his record. Right? Falco is 30 wins with 20 KOs. The guy he fight never been stopped. Right? Uh, matter of fact, let's watch him shake out. I'm finna pull this guy YouTube, but right, we finna watch his opponent. We finna look at his opponent shake out on YouTube, real quick, just so I can get a feel for how he move around in the ring. Just so I can get a feel for how he move around in the ring, right? What's this guy named? Vincenzo. Oh, Vincenzo Galateria. Here you go. He popped up. Let's see what he look like. This for the IBF world title. Oh, this their title. IBF. It's the overseas IBF world title, right? Overseas IBF world title. So this guy that he fight right here is trash. Oh, yeah. So this is gonna be a boxing match. Yeah, so this is gonna be a boxing match. Yeah, this is gonna be a boxing match. This dude's like a boxer. He don't got no knockout power. Yeah, we got Falco. He look like a mover. Can we take? Let's go Falco. Points decision. Let's go Falco points decision. We gonna go Falco points decision. Let me look at Falco real quick. He's an overseas title, so not the full world title. Nah, it's the IBF. It's it's not the full. I don't think. Nah, it's not the full. It's the foreign belt. It's the foreign belt. It's the foreign belt. It's the foreign belt. Right now, I seen Falco fight a few times. He kind of look like Robson Konsankow. Falco. Falco go win this fight. The dude he fighting ain't got no form. I'm just trying to see if I think Falco gonna stop him. He very well could. Let's see. Oh, he sure ain't coming in to play. I tell you that. With this fight, it's gonna be his dude 30 get stopped. Falco with the win for sure though. So we gonna put Falco on there for sure. We gonna take him straight up right now, right? So in the first fight, we going with Falco. He gonna beat dude. Those odds pretty close, right? And I think he gonna beat dude pretty bad. He could stop him. He could. But that fight dangerous. It's dangerous taking on the points or by stoppage just because, it could be a late TKO type thing. It could be a late TKO type thing. So we're gonna take Falco in the first fight, right? Just to be safe, y'all. right? We gonna take Cruz and Marshall to go the distance, right? We gonna take Cruz and Marshall to go the distance. That's what we gonna do. We gonna take Cruz and Marshall to go the distance. And I'm making my bet. I'm making my bet now. I'm making my bet now. Natasha Jonas fight Candy Wyatt. I'm expecting Jonas to win. They expecting Jonas to get a knockout. Let's check out Candy Wyatt. Let's check out Candy Wyatt. Let's see if she can go. What's this? Let's see if she could go the distance. Okay, what is it though? Just feel like doing something. Just feel like doing something. That way. All right. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, man. What you laughing at? I already know what you laughing at. I already know what you laughing at. I already know what you laughing at. But y'all digress, right? Before I was rudely interrupted. Before I was rudely interrupted. But hold on real quick. Let me see some. Before I was rudely interrupted. Oh man. You funny too. You funny too. You funny too. But I digress. Let's get to it. Let me get I don't know. I was looking at that Candy Wild lady. She got 4 losses. She might get stopped. She might get stopped. Hold on. I can't get away. I can't get away. I'm coming back. I'm gonna be back next minute. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. If I wasn't doing nothing, well, nobody be bothering me.